Welcome back to Bike Beat fam. Today, we've got something truly special for you. We're talking about the resurrection of a legend. A name that shook the street scene back in the 80s and has remained one of the most iconic muscle bikes ever built. Yamaha just did what many thought they'd never do again, bring back the VMAX. But this isn't just any relaunch. This is the 2025 Yamaha VMAX V4, and it's big, it's bold, and it's as brutal as ever. Now, if you're familiar with the VMAX legacy, you already know it's not built for subtlety. This bike was never about being polite. The original VMAX hit the scene in 1985 with that iconic V4 engine and instantly earned a rep for being raw, powerful, and totally unapologetic. It was the kind of machine you didn't just ride, you tamed. Fast forward to now, and Yamaha has done it again. The 2025 VMAX isn't just a nostalgic tribute. It's a modernized monster, and it's packing some serious heat. At the heart of the new VMAX is a reworked version of Yamaha's legendary 1,679 cubic centimeters V4 engine. Liquid-cooled, DOHC, and still angry. Yamaha has tuned this beast to push out around 200 horsepower and roughly 123 pound-feet of torque at the crank. That's the kind of power that makes your arms stretch and your soul giggle. And yes, that V4 growl is still there, a deep, thunderous note that sounds like it's tearing the road in half every time you crack the throttle. But it's not just about raw muscle anymore. Yamaha has brought the VMAX into the 2020s with a fully modern electronics suite. We're talking ride-by-wire throttle, multiple riding modes, traction control, cornering ABS, launch control, a slipper clutch, the full digital brain to keep this analog heart in check. And it needs it. Because when you roll on the throttle, especially in sport mode, this bike moves like a ballistic missile. 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds, quarter mile in under 11. It's ridiculous. In the best possible way. What makes the VMAX so unique even among modern power cruisers is that blend of pure sport bike acceleration with cruiser ergonomics. You've got a relatively upright riding position, mid-mounted pegs, wide bars, all designed to keep you in control when you unleash the beast. The seat is plush, surprisingly supportive, and molded to keep you locked in during those violent launches. And the fuel tank? Yeah, it's still under the seat. That dummy tank up top is just the airbox cover, a design move Yamaha has stuck with, and it still looks as aggressive and mean as ever. Now, let's talk handling. Yes, the VMAX is a heavy machine. Curb weight's around 683 pounds. That's not light. But Yamaha's chassis work helps hide that bulk surprisingly well. The aluminum frame uses the engine as a stressed member, keeping things rigid, and the suspension setup, fully adjustable 52mm front forks and a beefy rear shock, keeps the ride stable and confidence-inspiring. Whether you're blasting down a straight or leaning hard into a sweeping corner, the VMAX holds its line with surprising grace. Braking is another area where Yamaha didn't hold back. Dual 320mm Brembo discs up front with radial mount calipers and a single rear disc provide plenty of stopping power. With cornering ABS working behind the scenes, even aggressive braking mid-corner feels planted and predictable. The feedback at the lever is strong and consistent, which is exactly what you need when piloting something this powerful. Design-wise, the 2025 VMAX V4 is everything you'd hope for in a modern muscle bike. It keeps that unmistakable VMAX silhouette but refines it for today's streets. The air scoops are larger, more angular, giving it a futuristic, mechanical vibe. The lighting is all LED, a slim, aggressive headlight setup, sharp LED DRLs, and a clean taillight cluster at the back. Yamaha is offering two main colorways. Midnight Black, which is straight up sinister, and Crimson Red, which pops under sunlight like a muscle car paint job. It's bold, it's loud, and it's not here to blend in. The new TFT display is a much-needed upgrade. Full color, easy to read, and packed with features. You've got smartphone integration for calls, messages, navigation overlay, ride statistics, and even lean angle tracking. Yamaha's app ecosystem has been expanding fast, and it's great to see the VMAX plug into that world. It bridges that gap between old-school power and new-age tech. One area that's always been a bit divisive about the VMAX is practicality. So, let's address that. Is it a daily commuter? Not exactly. Is it light and nimble enough for heavy traffic? Maybe not ideal. But for weekend rides, canyon runs, or flat-out straight-line fun? Absolutely. It's like buying a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. You're not trying to win the MPG game, you're here for the noise, the fury, and the head-turning presence. You don't ride the VMAX to disappear. You ride it to be seen, heard, and remembered. Comfort-wise, Yamaha has done a decent job balancing performance and ergonomics. The seat is well padded, and there's plenty of room for taller riders. The riding triangle is surprisingly relaxed for a machine with this kind of speed potential. And yeah, you can tour on it, especially with optional accessories like a flyscreen, saddlebags, and heated grips. But let's be honest, most VMAX owners aren't crossing continents. They're ripping through back roads and city streets, living that full-send life in every gear. Price-wise, the 2025 Yamaha VMAX V4 comes in at $17,999. Considering the power, the electronics package, and the brand heritage, that's a solid value. In Europe and some Asian markets, you're looking closer to the $21,000 to $22,000 range after taxes and import fees. Still competitive when you put it next to something like the Ducati Diavel V4 or the Triumph Rocket 3R. And while those bikes are incredible in their own right, the VMAX offers something a little different. That unique V4 vibe, that long-standing Street Fighter DNA, it's just got a swagger that others can't quite replicate. So, who is this bike for? It's for riders who crave torque, not just speed. It's for those who appreciate mechanical theater. That deep rumble, the visceral acceleration, the sheer presence of the machine. It's for people who want to roll up to bike night and have every head turn without even touching the throttle. The VMAX is a conversation starter, a symbol of performance, and a piece of living motorcycle history, updated for the modern rider. To wrap it up, the 2025 Yamaha VMAX V4 isn't trying to be the lightest or most efficient bike on the market. It's not chasing lap times or fuel economy records. It exists to thrill. To dominate the streets with brute force, sharp styling, and a roar that you'll feel in your chest. If you've got the guts to tame it, the VMAX will reward you with one of the most unforgettable riding experiences out there. So, what do you think? Would you ride this reborn legend? Drop your thoughts down below, hit that like button if this beast got your blood pumping, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives on the world's most exciting two-wheeled machines. This is Bike Beat, and we'll catch you on the next ride.